Hi, thanks for joining. In the first video of this series, we learned how to create subconcepts and how inheritance works with properties, relationships, and defining the business logic, or in other words, filter conditions on the data. If you haven't seen the first video, I recommend starting there, as in this video, we'll show a different approach to creating hierarchies in the data model. Instead of using the top-to-bottom modeling approach where the upper-level concept contains the data mappings and the subconcepts inherit the data while applying filter conditions, in this approach, we will use a bottom-up data mapping approach. Bottom-up data mapping means the subconcepts in a hierarchy will contain the data mappings, while the upper-level concept will be an abstract concept that unions the data from the subconcepts. This kind of modeling approach enables us to answer different types of business questions. We'll begin the bottom-up approach example with a simple model containing just two concepts, Facebook ads and Google ads, which for the sake of this example represent data as if it were coming from these two advertising platforms. It's important to mention that the metrics and data being used in this example are for demonstration purposes only. We could have just as easily called these concepts Twitter ads and LinkedIn ads. Great, so let's imagine we're in a company that runs two ad platforms, Facebook ads and Google ads, where each platform has its own data. If we look at the concept Facebook ads, we can see it contains 12 properties, such as age, campaign ID, campaign name, and so on, where each property represents a column of the data mapped to the concept. We can click on Fetch Sample Data to get a 50-row sample of the data. When we look at the Google Ads concept, we can see it contains 15 properties, and here too, we can click on Fetch Sample Data to get a 50-row sample of the data. At this point, it would be pretty simple to go ahead and query each concept to retrieve the data we'd like for each platform. But what if we had a business question regarding all marketing campaigns regardless of the platform it's running on? Well, let's see how simple it is to facilitate these types of questions. We'll begin by creating a new concept called ads that will act as the abstract concept of all our ads and save the concept. Now that we have the ads concept, we'll go ahead and change the inheritance of Facebook ads and Google ads to inherit from our new concept. We'll start with Facebook ads and right-click to edit the concept. Here, we will change the inheritance to ads. We'll update the primary key and entity label and save the changes. Great. Now we'll go ahead and do the same for Google ads. At this point, we can see both Facebook ads and Google ads inheriting from our abstract concept ads. Next, we will define the properties of the ads concept so we can get all the relevant data when we query this concept. We'll right-click on ads and edit the concept. At this stage, we can see the concept doesn't have any properties. When clicking on the properties dropdown, besides showing all the existing properties in the model, Timbr also mentions which properties are shared among the subconcepts or exist only in one of them. For our case, we'll add all the properties that exist in both subconcepts. We won't be adding the properties that are assigned to only one of the two concepts, as in this case, we don't want to receive any null or empty results when querying the ads concept. So let's move forward with our chosen properties. We'll add a primary key and an entity label, which will also be inherited by the subconcepts, and save the changes. If we now look at Facebook ads, we can see that the properties were divided into 11 inherited properties from concept ads above, as well as one unique property that belongs only to Facebook ads. The same goes for Google ads, where there are 11 inherited properties from the concept ads, as well as 4 unique properties that belong only to Google ads. Great. So now that our bottom-up hierarchy is modeled, let's jump over to the SQL editor and see how to query all the ads data from different platforms all in one simple query. Here, we'll simply run a simple select star from the ads concept. And there it is. We can see the data coming from both the Facebook ads and Google ads concepts. We can also click on Explain Query to see the query that Timbr pushed down to the database behind the scenes and the union statement Timbr created to combine the results from the two tables coming from different ad platforms. Taking this example forward, we can always combine a bottom-up and top-down modeling in a hierarchy that enables all types of business questions to our users. Here, we can still see the upper-level concept ads together with its subconcepts Facebook ads and Google ads, only that we have added subconcepts to Facebook ads and Google ads that apply a filtering condition to classify the data according to the relevant information to our users. We can click on one of the subconcepts of Facebook ads, for example, and see the business logic that defines how data will be filtered when querying the concept. We can also see the properties that were inherited. And furthermore, we can see a relationship that was inherited from the ads concept connecting ads to their products, which is also applicable to the entire ads hierarchy. To better understand the mapping location in the top-down and bottom-up approaches, we can click on the settings and change the coloring of the model to be based on mapped and unmapped concepts. Now, we can see mapped concepts in green and unmapped concepts in red, really illustrating the two approaches. Each approach can be used independently, or you can combine both, as we see here, depending on the scenario and the use case at hand. I hope this video helped you understand when and how to create subconcepts, as well as give you a greater understanding of how the different modeling approaches go. For more information, you're welcome to browse through our documentation. I also invite you to check out additional tutorial videos to learn how to make the best use of the Timbr platform. We'll see you in our next videos. Thanks for watching and have a great day.